Oh, the battery. Guys, my son's down here. Oi, 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 oi. Yeah, Dad's gonna give you a bobosh. Okay? It's funny because Lloyd just said, basically Bush brought baby Lloyd in here and he was crying. No, he was sitting nicely and then Lloyd was like, oh, I don't think he's hungry. And I was like, yes, he is. 5 seconds later, my guy starts to cry because he's hungry. I mean, mothers know best. Yeah, let's go. I want to talk about breakups, how to get over a breakup. Suffering, suffering, suffering. Should we get it? Should we get to it? Should we do it? Should we do it?
Who won it? Who won it? Which nigga little goon getting stewed with the onion?
I've been there. I've been through a certain amount of breakups, and I feel like I've spoken to a couple of ladies this week, and it's like this t-shirt is tight. I feel like Priya, this is supposed to be a serious video. Yeah, spoken to a couple of ladies this week, and I feel like they was trying to speak. They want me to speak for them, like, you know, when you speak to someone and they're going through something and whatever, and then I feel like I want to talk about this for them. Number one, because I've been through it. Number two, I know there's people who are going through it. Number three, I wish that when I was going through it, had someone to speak about it and to make me feel like it's going to be okay. Because when you're going for a breakup, oh my gosh, it's hard. It's so hard. And depending on how long you've been with the person, if you were friends before, the whole malarkey, as a whole, it's difficult. But when you've known them for longer and they're your friend, it's even harder, because it's like your day-to-day life has been with them. Everything you do, you think of them. You see something in the road and you're like, I want to tell him, but you're not together anymore. And it's really hard to adapt to that new life. Now, boom, backstory. Now, like I said, I've been in a couple of relationships, you know what I mean, and I've got my I've got my trophies for them, you know what I mean. One of my exes I was with for 3 years. We were just back and forth arguing, like it just didn't work. And then one day we just decided to boom chakalaka separate. And when we broke up, like it was just like, I feel like when you're in something toxic, right, and you forever go back to that person, or like you break up and it's like, we're on a break, which I just don't believe in. I don't believe in going on a break. Like, if we're going on a break, it's done. Like, what are we going on a break for? It doesn't make any sense. If we can't deal with it together, leave it at, mate. Leave it. So yeah, we would be going on breaks and getting back together and going on breaks and arguing about the same thing over and over and over again. And it's kind of like we were used to being comfortable together, which is not healthy. Like, when you're comfortable with one another and there's toxic traits, red flags, you're not looking at those red flags. You're just like, yeah, you know, we bump heads sometimes. But to me, when you're constantly arguing all the time about the same thing and neither of you are able to resolve it to the point where you don't bring it up again, there's a problem. Anyway, so we'd go back and forth, like we'd meet up and it would be like, oh, I'm sorry, oh, I love you, and then we're back together, and a couple of weeks later we're arguing about the same thing. It's like a freaking dirty roller coaster where you've got no seatbelt on. Do you know what I mean? Where you could possibly die. I nearly died. Cool. So after we broke up, my heart, you know when you wake up with a lump in your throat, because it's just like, my heart is broken. Like, I can joke about it now, but when I was going through it, mans were sitting in the dark. I was going through it. Like, I didn't want to speak to anyone, didn't want to go out, didn't want to do anything, didn't want to see anyone kiss. I was just not in the mood. I was like, I don't want to be with anyone. Cool, shabunka. Then it gets to a point where, like, I feel like you go through different stages for a breakup. But the first one is like, depending on what he did, or depending on how it ended, you think like, but you're trying to hold it together because you don't want to be that crazy girl. You don't want to turn crazy for this little pagan. Ria, don't use that word. Oh my gosh. Basically for an idiot who didn't appreciate you. You don't want to tap into craziness, because why should any man turn you crazy? You get me? Cool. So that's the first stage that you go through. The second stage is like, my heart is broken. I feel like women deal with their emotions straight away. Whereas guys, it takes them longer. So the guys will be like, up in the club. They'll be in the club with their pals, trying to get through it and be like, I don't even care about her anyway. She's crazy. Bear in mind, they're the ones that made you crazy, but we'll get onto that another day. They'll be like up in the club with their boys, and then a couple of months will pass and they'll be still up in the club thinking that everything's fine. Then one day they'll be playing PlayStation and then boom, their heart will break into smithereens. I think someone keeps coming into the room. Their heart will break into smithereens and then they'll be like, I want you back. And by then, women, guys, we've moved on. We deal with it. We eat ice cream, we eat cake. Week 2, it's like, you are an idiot. Like, I don't even need you. Do you know what I mean? You might cry a little bit more in week 3, but by week 4, when a month's passed, you might still be a bit hurt, but you're thinking, bro, like, have you seen me? You then start to lose that weight that you put on in the relationship. That's another thing. Let's move on. And you just think, like, I don't need you in my life. Whereas at that stage, guys they've just tapped into their emotions and they want you back. And it'll be like, you was an angel to me. Usually it's when the girl that they left you for or the girl that they were entertaining, then they start to realize that she's not you, which I could have told you for free without you having to do that and go through the breakup. But anyway, that's for another day. So they start to realize like, oh, she's not you, or we don't have the banter, or the girl's not exciting as she used to be. Why do men, now I'm not going to say all men, because I know that there's some good guys out there, right? But why do men do this where, for example, you'll be going out with them for years, yeah? I've completely just, yeah, but guys, I'm running off my tongue. You'll be going out with them for years, yeah? Cool. So you're at chapter, I don't know, let's make up a number, 2,400, yeah? Okay. You're at chapter 2,400 with them because you've been with them for years. You've been through all this, your friends, you know them like the back of your hand. You know them, yeah? They meet a woman, and they're meeting a woman at chapter 1. So everything is, ooh, smooth sailing. Everything is fun and energetic. The same way it was energetic with you when they met you. But anyway, cool. So they're excited, something new, something fresh, something feisty. I like it. They then get to day 12 or day 300, whatever it will be. And then it will be like, oh, I'm bored now. Because what happens is that first honeymoon feeling is, it's all a bit, butterflies in my stomach. It's excited and it's exciting and everything. You know what I mean? Everything's new, everything's fresh. And they forget that then goes. Because the guys are very, very stupid. They get excited with the new and everything. When you were there, you've been through that with them. You're now at the realistic stage of a relationship where things might get tough, things start to change, you then start to hit heads a bit, but you've been through it with them and you've put up with their stupidness, a lot of stupidness that they've done for a long time. And you've kind of like suppressed yourself a bit to support that man or just to support that person's dreams. And then all of a sudden they're bored, they want something new, they want something fresh, whatever, cool. Then, cool, they hit day 30 with this new girl, right? Or they hit day 30 being single. It's not necessarily a new girl there. It might just be them being single. So then they want to come back to you and say, oh, by the way, like, I miss you and I miss what we had. Bro! What we had was once gone. When you did your malarkey shalarkey for khaki, it left the building. But now that you've tapped into your emotions, because you're a man, because you've now tapped into your emotions, you feel that, all of a sudden, like, I should come and talk to you and give you back that energy that we once had in the relationship. But once you disrespect someone, that goes. No? Am I right? I'm right. Yeah, it goes. So why? And I just want to say, this is advice that I give to every woman. Any girl that goes through it, any friend that I've had that's ever gone through a breakup, I stand by what I say. I am right in this. Guys, I've been there, done it. Every single breakup that I've been in, it's happened, okay? Every friend that I've seen that's broke up with a guy, it's happened. It happens. So let me give you the advice. Right, number 1. When you break up with a guy, when you break up with your partner, don't ever let yourself go. Ever. Okay? Cool. Behind closed doors, you might be wearing a ripped top. have dribble on one side of your mouth, you haven't brushed your hair in 4 weeks, whatever. But when you step outside, make yourself look beautiful. Do self-care. Do the whole thing. Because, number one, you don't know who you're going to see. Number two, when you feel good, when you look good, you feel good. When you've taken care of yourself, it radiates out of your skin. People will see it, okay? And another thing, you might be out and see him or her, and then they'll want to see, they will want to talk to you again. This has happened to me before, where I've been going through it, yeah, for a breakup, and I will go to see, I will go out and I'll usually bump into that person or bump into their friend, and you know their friend will like to relay information back to their friend and be like,
you never know, you never guess your asshole.
yeah, it's all me. Looking well, you understand? Always look well, whether it's they're coming over to collect their stuff, always look ping-a-ling. I remember one breakup that I had, yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. One breakup that I went through, okay? I remember the day before, mans was crying. I was crying into my pillow. It was a sad array of events. The next day I saw him, hair was straightened, makeup was, everything was laid to the gods. Everything was peng, everything. And lo and behold, after he saw me, I got that young WhatsApp message.
You're looking so well, you're such an angel, like I didn't deserve you, like I really wish you the best, like I really want to meet up and talk about what happened.
And that's because I looked well. I think men want you to look busted Bombay. They want you to look a mess. They want to feel like they made you beautiful and who you are. Apparently, they want you to look busted without them. No, don't do it. Go to the gym, work out, eat healthy, drink more water, run up the stairs, do the whole shebang, face mask, hair mask, all that scalp, all your face. Do the whole thing, guys. Look after yourself when you're going for a breakup, because your body will thank you, and you'll thank yourself. You'll look back and say, do you know what? I went through what I went through, but I didn't let myself go. Because why should you? Relationship breakups are normal. Friendship breakups are normal. It's what happens in life. It's what shapes us as people. Do you know what I mean? And honestly, I had to start again. You will honestly thank yourself. So cool. That's the first thing. Look after yourself. Make sure that you look well, cool. Second thing, he will come back. She will come back. Now I'm talking about men. He will come back. I've said that to so many people, like, he will come back, he will message you, whatever. He'll be looking at your Instagram, whatever. No, he won't. No, he won't. He will. He will come back. They always do. They always realize what they've lost and then they come back. Because they feel like stupid idiots, because that's what they are. So when you're feeling down and out and you're feeling like there's no way out of this and you just feel so sad and whatever, and each day is difficult to go through, this is a journey. Take your time with it. Don't rush it. Don't feel like you have to be strong, because everybody goes through it. Everybody goes through it at different times. I mean, like, we all go through it at different times. Some people will be able to deal with a breakup quickly, move on 1 week. Some people, it takes years. Just go with it. Do what makes you feel good. Do what makes you feel confident. Do what you got to do to take your mind off things, get out more, wake up early, start the day fresh. Do you know what I mean? Pray. Pray. Every night, every morning, pray to God to guide you through the day. I'm telling you guys. And he will come back. He will come back. He will come back. And I know I will get some DMs where it'll be like, Rhea, he came back. Because what? I'm a genius. They call me the mini Oprah. I know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean? But I just want to say to anybody who's going through it, a breakup, if you're mourning someone, anything, any difficult time that you're going through at the moment, it will get better. This all shapes us. Things that we go through shape us as people, right? We have to go through these things to shape us. Imagine if everything was great. How would we appreciate the greatness if we never went through difficult times? Why? Why should you let yourself go just because you're going through something difficult? No, you push through. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. You are going through it for a reason. Let me tell you something. Nothing happens randomly. Everything happens for a reason. God has got your back. God would never put you through something you couldn't handle. And you are stronger than you realize. Do you understand? You are stronger than you realize. I just want to leave that there. Positivity. I want to thank everyone who's bought my merch. I am wearing the blue and orange colorway today t-shirt. I'm going to put it all down below or up or down. It will be near the video, okay? Make sure that you subscribe, guys. I want to get to 100K so that I can feed my sisters some crackers, okay? I love you guys so much. God bless you. I feel like I'm getting my groove back. I feel like I'm going to try and film every Saturday and just bang out videos. It's 12:20 and I've accomplished so much this morning. I thank God. I'm going to go and do my son's hair because it's an absolute mess and all of the back of it has come out. I've been doing Bantu knots for his hair. It's grown so much. Let me know if you want a breastfeeding video, if you want mom content, what you want to see. Let me know. Okay, I'm going to go. I love you guys so much. God bless you all. Happy Sunday. Whenever this goes out, God bless you all. I hope you have a great week. Make sure you subscribe. I'm not going to stop saying it. Make sure that you tell your friends, your family, your grandma, your auntie, your uncle, your niece, your nephew, everybody. I want to hear it. But yeah, I love you guys. Bye.
Okay, I'm reloaded.